we are going to do those two examples. So let's try that. So the first one is 5x plus 7. I thought I was already turning the page because I had the blank here. Quantity square. Y'all, this is one of the absolute #1 mistakes you make. People distribute the exponent. Totally illegal, but you do it all the time. So let's not do that. Whenever you see an exponent, go ahead and write it out as repeated multiplication. 5x plus 7 times 5x plus 7, and you won't make that mistake of distributing it. So let's see, using my first outer inner last, first gives me 25x squared, outer gives me 35x, inner gives me 35x, and last gives me 49. My x's are like terms, so I can rewrite it as 25x squared plus 70x plus 49. Now, let's look at this and look at what we have up here. If you look at our first term here, our leading term, and you look at this first part, this a, in the a plus b squared, it's just like this is a squared, right? 5x squared goes first. Okay, so there's a, and then this would be a squared. This is like b, right? And b squared ends up here. Yeah. Right? Remember when we did a little while ago, we did it with a plus b times a plus b. What did we get here in the middle?
AB.
We got 2ab, right? So you have to take a times b. Well, what would 5x times 7 be? 35x, and double it.
70.
70. That always happens whenever you square, okay, a binomial. So this is actually called a PST. It's called a perfect square trinomial because it's a trinomial, but it can be written as a perfect square. Okay? It's just a special product.
Okay.
Perfect square trinomial. So on our last example there where it says 3 minus 2x squared, we're going to use this idea of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared to give us our final answer instead of having to do the FOIL. We should just be able to come up with it. Okay? So let's do that last example on that first page. It looks like 3 minus 2x quantity squared. What's the first thing you do? You rewrite it as multiplication. 3 minus 2x times 3 minus 2x. Okay, so what's my a squared going to be?
9.
Okay, and I'm going to have something in the middle, but what's my b squared going to be?
4x squared.
4x squared. Okay, now, if I were to take this times this, what would I get?
Minus 6x.
A negative 6x. 3 times 2x would be minus 6x. Double it.
Minus 12x.
Minus 12x. Boom, there you go. Now, if you wanted to write it in proper form, we'd have to go back and put the 4x squared first. But it's all the same. Isn't that sweet? All right, so now you know how to do a perfect square trinomial. They're easy to factor, and foiling is a good way to go there.